Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast. My name is Sophie. I've been a K-pop fan since February 2021. Been doing this podcast since February 2024. I technically already recorded like 10 minutes of me talking and I didn't like it. So we're starting again. We're talking about KASTEYE and their music and how I just generally feel about the group as a whole and where, like, personally what I would like to see happen with them in the future. But I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of how I got to K-pop if you are interested in that sort of stuff. And we're only going to be for a few minutes, so don't worry. So obviously when she ended up having their music influenced me a lot when I was younger. So when, for example, when my dad would be driving me to childminders, like we would listen to a lot of like Led Zeppelin, right? And particularly a song called Kashmir, which this is actually really bad for me to admit, but I actually wouldn't be able to tell you any, like, I wouldn't be able to say any of the lyrics to that song, even though I have listened to it more times than I care to ever admit. And I genuinely hate Led Zeppelin now because of how much I've listened to it. And like we would listen, like I know a lot of rock opera songs, so like Barcelona by Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Cabello. I know like the stuff that Meatloaf did with his operatic partner, stuff. And I know a lot of really just random songs and stuff through him. I also know a lot of like 1970s music from my mum because she liked ABBA, which is like a Swedish pop group who won Eurovision back in 1974 with Waterloo. So I know a lot of that sort of music-ish. Like my mum was obsessed with ABBA, so I know pretty much their entire discography at this point, or at least I've heard of it vaguely. And then my sister, she obviously grew up, like she was a little bit older, so when she started listening to music, it was 90s and thousands music. And so I know a lot of like Sugar Babes, Atomic Kitten, The Saturdays, TLC, those sorts of Avril Lavigne, a bit of Mariah Carey, that sort of stuff. And obviously, like, I know a lot of music from like TV shows, movies, and stuff like that. And actually, by the time I got to 17 and a half, which was when I got into K-pop, um, I won't I won't repeat the story of how I got into K-pop because it's kind of weird. But by that point in my life, I didn't really have a genre of music to really call like my own. So when I kind of got into K-pop, I was kind of guarding it a little bit. And my sister was into a lot of like 1980s girl groups, like Destiny's Child, for example. I've heard so much of Destiny's Child that I can't anymore with that sort of music. So then when I got into them, I was into K-pop. I was like, no, this is my thing. Which my parents and my sister were like, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yep, no. So yeah, no, it was certainly interesting for a couple of for the first like big chunk of my life of my upbringing, pretty much, yeah. So I was into that sort of stuff. That's so fun. We need to pull up Cat's Eye, don't we? Cat's Eye. So, if you don't know Cat's Eye, fair enough. They are a girl group based in Los Angeles, US. I can't do the words today. And for some reason, like the members' like ages are like the members' names aren't in their age order. So it's Manon, Sophia, Daniela, Lara, Megan, and Yunche. Sophia's from the Philippines. It's going to be difficult. Manon's from Switzerland. Daniela, and Lara are from the US. Megan didn't pair up with the US ones, but she's from Hawaii. That's why I wanted to have it separate. And Yoonche's from South Korea. They're considered like a global girl group. Adjacent, obviously. It's just like regular pop music with the K-pop influences. Like they've just recently got a light stick, which I was like, right, you know, it is cute. It does look cute, but you're veering a little bit too far into K-pop now, and I'm concerned that you're pigeonholing yourself, and it's actually going to end up backfiring on you. You know, just quickly, just perhaps don't, you know, go too far into like K. You know, so they're formed through Dream Academy, which is a collaboration between Hype Corporations and Geffen Records. They technically debuted on June 2024 with a single debut, followed by Touch, and then they released their first EP on the 20. It was either the 22nd or 23rd of August with Soft is Strong, and then in April they came back with Gnarly, which let me tell you was rough. That time to be an icon was rough. And I would consider myself an icon. Honest to God, if these girls ever come to do a concert in Nottingham, I will be there. I dose me up with diazepam. I want to go. We're gonna go. And I've like mentioned it to my sister so many times of like wanting to go to a K-pop concert, and she's like, yes, Sophie, I will go with you so long as like I can like jump up on stage. And I'm like, how about we don't do that and we just watch the concert instead, because I will do it one day. I will do it, and it's gonna be lit. It's just going to be peak. And their second EP, A Beautiful Chaos, was released in June 2025. I'm actually surprised though that they didn't acknowledge their debut anniversary, but I guess it isn't. Well, it's weird. I guess technically you could say that they didn't debut until the release of their first EP. Sixes and two fours, you know, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit chaotic. The 16th of August. Completely wrong. I'm pretty sure I've also like ranked these songs. I don't know. But they did release 5 songs on Sis, and yeah, 5 on Beautiful Chaos. This isn't like Beautiful Chaos, this is just pure chaos and like not even funny chaos. It's just kind of tragic. 5 songs again, so now they have 10, which is good. That is a good discography, and it means officially I can start choosing the 5 songs that I recommend from them. They have released like collaboration singles. My sister just messaged me to say I need to go to see Superdrug with her apparently. Oh my god. Yes, we need to do that. She was just saying about Superdrug like body mists. Yeah, so the 5 songs on Sis are Debut, Touch, My Way, I'm Pretty, and Tonight I Might. And Beautiful Chaos is Gnarly, Gabriella, Game Boy, Mean Girls, and MIA. Also, this is just really weird, but like 3 of the songs on Beautiful Chaos start with G's and then M's. What about Pretty? Sis, no. That's weird. I don't know. That's so weird. Nah, bro, that's weird. So yeah, for their debut anniversary, I guess they're going from when they released their first EP, but I guess like maybe they won't do that. I don't know, because I know that it says that obviously they're influenced by like a group like Little Mix, and I guess like they just did things for the whole of 2021, if that was when they turned 10. Yeah, 2011. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they did stuff for their 10th anniversary. I don't know. Yeah, because they got wax figures at Madame Tussauds in London. Yeah, so I guess like they won't do something like that, which I'm like, yeah, well, I guess it makes sense because like they're not K-pop. Don't know why I'm saying it like that. K-pop, but they still follow the EP thing, releasing like a physical, like a big album with like a photo book and like pictures of the members and like that and like a lyric book, because like when like for many artists like in the West you have like a jewel, like what is known as K-pop in K-pop as a jewel case. It's like that plastic hard case, very very small. You just get the CD pretty much. You get like a tiny book of photos and the lyrics. You don't get a photo card. Like that was something that I learned about when I went into K-pop. So like it's a bit like, why are they, if they're not K-pop, then why are they doing things like K-pop? They have like a fandom name and they have a light stick now. So I'm like, if you're gonna make a girl group that's not meant to be K-pop, why are you going so hard into it? Like, choose which one you want to be and stick with it, quite honestly. Yeah, I don't know. So for sis, I got to cut my nails, honestly. So for sis, I like, so it goes, my opinion, Touch, My Way, Tonight I Might, I'm Pretty, and Debut. I don't know. I was just kind of going off the top of my head. Because I've been listening to Debut a little bit more and I kind of like it. Maybe Touch, My Way, Debut, Tonight I Might, and I'm Pretty. Yeah, because like, if I'm not mistaken, I couldn't say Tonight Night. I'm Pretty is that one that they're doing at the karaoke bar, and I just don't like that music video, and I just don't like the song. Yeah, there's a lot of I'm not sure. Okay, so for Beautiful Chaos, obviously, I love my Gnarly. So Gnarly, Mean Girls, Gabriella, MIA, and Game Boy. I don't know why Game Boy. Like when the track sampler came out, I was really excited. I thought Game Boy was going to be a bit different, but it just doesn't like hit in the same way as I thought it was going to. Like it it just is kind of icky, and I really don't know how to like properly describe it to you lot. But I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. Yeah, yeah, you're alright, mate. You are most definitely alright, mate. Like, no. So yeah, no, I really think that if Cat's Eye want to be taken more seriously in terms of them being like a international girl group, like a proper girl group, they need to stop releasing EPs. They need to start like actually releasing albums. They realistically shouldn't have announced the light stick, and they need to like really bulk out their discography, quite frankly, and like go, if they're gonna go, they should go, you know, instead of kind of trying to force K-pop aspects into Western media that, quite frankly, I don't know if this is quite ready for that yet. It is getting there, but it's just not quite right. It's like the Uncanny Valley effect, if you don't know. It's like it's just not. No. It's like if you stand on a piece of Lego. It's like no. I don't like this. I want to go home. It's giving, I want to go home. I don't know. Am I talking out my ass? Probably. But yeah. I feel like if they make, and also if they do, like, if they have a more sonic, like, if they have a more conceptually rounded album, I think that would be good. Because, I mean, like, Sis, it felt cohesive. Like, all of the songs felt very ethereal. It felt very soft and strong at the same time, you know, it's literally in the name. But Beautiful Chaos didn't feel beautiful or chaotic, really, like in the way that they wanted it to be at all. Like, if the only song that really went Beautiful Chaos was Gnarly, quite honestly. Like, honestly, Gabriella probably should have been on Sis, or at least like a Sis adjacent album. Like, if they're gonna do Gabriella, they should they should have it on a more like a more girlish album instead of whatever Beautiful Chaos was. Like, quite frankly, with MIA, I'm just like, That's like track 8 on your second studio album, or like track 4 on a 5-song EP, quite honestly. Like, it it isn't the sleigh that you think it is, quite honestly. Neither is Game Boy. Game Boy shouldn't have been the one to get a music video, quite frankly. It shouldn't have gotten that choreography. They need to fire whoever wrote that song, quite honestly. If they Cat's Eye were the people intended for that song, they that writer needs to be fired. And like whoever chose that song needs to really reevaluate their life. The choreography is quite honestly horrid, and the sound design irritates my soul. The music video gives nothing. It literally felt like as though Geffen just gave Hype the budget for the EP and they spent it all on Gnarly and was like, oh shit, we've got to do Game Boy still. Or like they did it for Gabriella and Gnarly, and then they were like, "Oh god, we've got to do Game Boy still." Like, just chuck them into a studio, put some lights on, give them a cute outfit or two, and just like let them just dance around. Like, if they were gonna do a music video, have more dynamic sets for God's sakes. Don't have one member just playing on a game, which I understand obviously that Lara had a leg injury at the time, so obviously she couldn't partake in it. But I'm like, why 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 would you do it like that? Like for Megan, when she had a back injury, during cis. Like they had her on like a TV screen still interacting. During My Way, she like still appeared on the beach, like she was still there. But it is so glaringly obvious that Lara is hurt and that they had to make do. Honestly. Like it just I don't know why it aggravates me so dang much, but it's like as though they're not even trying for the EP, that they were just like, shit, we've got to release something. Like, oh, beautiful chaos. I don't know. Lay on some cars. We'll take pictures of you. Like, oh no, we've not got the songs ready. Oh god, throw Game Boy, throw MIA on there. Like, oh my god, I can't cope. Like, it just does not make any form of sense at all. If they were gonna go for Beautiful Chaos, they should have had like Gnarly, obviously Mean Girls being at the end, and then just like really wacky tracks. Like if you're gonna go to Gnarly Town and get more food. Don't just go get tacos. Go get ramen. Go get fucking enchiladas or something. Go get, like, I don't know, Yakult. Go to town. Don't just do it for one song. Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, like I've seen a lot of people thinking that Beautiful Chaos is like good and stuff. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. I'm so pleased for you for that. I'm so pleased that you're happy. Because quite honestly, there are a lot of people out there who are sad right now. We need more joy in our life. But honestly, it feels like as though like Geffen and Hype just did not care about the track list and they just wanted Cat's Eye to have more songs so then they could go on tour, quite honestly. And it just is so annoying. I'm just saying, well, what to do? Quite honestly, what to do? What are you gonna do? They need to start making like at least an album. Like they need to have a release with at least 10 songs on it for them to start actually being taken seriously in like the music world. Like people know Cat's Eye. They are under Geffen. They are under the biggest company in K-pop in Hype. They are at Wango Tango. They're at Lollapalooza. They are at these events, and yet they still have a minuscule discography. It is infuriating. Those are my thoughts. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening to that. This episode ain't actually going to go out until August. So that's fun. Yeah. Thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.